Hey everybody. So I just finished a small vegetarian meal prep. I made enough food that should last me probably the next 3 days or so, 3 to 4 days. And the main foods that I cooked for this meal prep were quinoa and tofu. And so just to show you what I have here, it's just a small spread of food. So here's my tofu right here. And so what I did is I sliced it up into, I took like the, how they sell the tofu in the package. And I just took that block and sliced it into about half-inch thick slices. And then I cooked that in a skillet in a little bit of coconut oil and just let it cook on both sides until it got brown. And then also, and then after that, so I removed it from the skillet, then I chopped it up into small pieces, squares, just small pieces, and that's how it came out like this. And then I also made like a sauce to go with it, seasoned it, and cut up some onion and sweet bell peppers, and mixed all that together, kind of stir fried it, and that's what I came up with. And so just to show you one of the dishes that I made using this is the tofu I cooked with some spinach and then also quinoa. So it's kind of like a tofu salad, and they have something at Chipotle called I think it's sofritas or something like that. But yeah, so this is just an example of a dish. And I mean, of course, I wouldn't eat this, all at once. This is something that I could get, I could eat like probably, a couple of different meals out of this. So 2 to 3. So that's just an example for what I did with the tofu and quinoa together. And then here's another dish that I have. This is like quinoa salad. So I just came from a vacation in Miami, and I actually had a quinoa salad down there. It was really good, and I love quinoa. So I was sure to write down what was in the salad so I could try to make it at home myself. And so what it had in it was chopped tomatoes and cucumbers and onions and corn and black beans. So I didn't have any cucumber tonight, so I just have chopped zucchini in mine instead of cucumber, and then I have the tomato and the black beans and corn and all of that and the onion. And so I just mixed that together and it with the quinoa, and I'm just gonna put it in the refrigerator. When I had it at the restaurant in Miami, it was actually chilled, but I will warm it up or eat it cold. Either way, it would taste good. So, but for now, I'm just going to keep it in the refrigerator. This would be great for me to just take to work, or just for a light dinner even. Let's see, here's another food that I made out of quinoa. It's a quinoa burger. So it probably looks like a regular hamburger, and it's not. This is actually quinoa. So what I did for that is I made the quinoa, and then I chopped up some, what's in here, onion and sweet bell pepper, and I think those are the only vegetables I put in this. So I chopped up those vegetables, then I mixed it in the quinoa along with the seasonings that I used. You can use any type of seasonings. And then I mixed up in some egg white with it and some breadcrumbs. So the egg white helps the mixture to stick together, and so I can form it into these patties. And then the breadcrumbs also help with holding everything together as well. So you gotta find that even balance between the how much breadcrumbs you add and how much egg white you add. But this is how it came out. So I eat these, just like this sometimes, or maybe I'll put it on a slice of bread and eat it like an open-faced burger, which is really good, or a lettuce, like wrapped in lettuce or something like that. And yeah, so, and these are actually frozen, so I can, just cook them in the batch and put them in the freezer and eat off of them for a couple of weeks. So, yeah, so anyway, so this is just an example of a vegetarian meal prep. The tofu I thought was very important because it's high in protein, so it's a great alternative to eating meat. And this is organic tofu as well. I prefer organic as much as possible. So other than that, just I hope that this helps, give me a few ideas if you want to try the vegetarian lifestyle. And I'm not completely vegetarian. I eat fish and seafood sometimes, although I don't eat it that often. Maybe someday I will be completely vegetarian, but right now this is working well for me, just eating fish every so often. Then I try to make sure that I get as much protein as possible because that can be challenging sometimes for vegetarians and vegans. But yeah, there's so much that you can do with these foods, so tofu and quinoa. I mean, with this quinoa that I have left over, I can make it into like a fried rice, a stir fry. I can also add chopped apples on top of it. Like I cook my apples in the microwave, put a little water and cinnamon and sometimes a little honey in it, and then I'll put it on top of the quinoa along with like some chopped almonds or pecans or walnuts or something like that. It makes like a great little dessert or breakfast. What else? So yeah, there are different things that you can do. Making a vegetarian diet interesting, so you won't get bored with it. So yeah, I hope that you found this information helpful, and check me out for other recipe, foodie ideals and things like that with the Fit, Fine, and Fabulous coaches. And that is that. Thanks for watching.